with an overwhelming majority voting in favour of the text after the failure in the Security Council on Friday to adopt a similar draft due to a United States veto. The General Assembly sent a clear message that enough was enough.
The fact of the matter is, quite simply, the violence must stop. It must. I therefore once again add my voice to the demand of for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. We have one singular priority, only one: to save lives.
The humanitarian catastrophe failed to convince 23 states that abstained, and the 10 led by the United States and Israel that voted no. The other 8, Austria, Czechia, Liberia, Micronesia, Nauru, Papua New Guinea, and Paraguay.
We support components of the resolution proposed today. But here's what else we support. We support speaking out with one voice to condemn Hamas for its terrorist actions on October 7th. Why is that so hard? To say unequivocally that murdering babies and gunning down parents in front of their children is horrific, that burning down houses while families shelter inside and taking civilians hostage is abhorrent. It's why today the United States is proposing an amendment that unequivocally rejects and condemns these atrocities.
But the amendments failed to garner the necessary two-thirds support for adoption, with Pakistan's envoy leading arguments against what some countries viewed as an effort to politicize the text.
I'm confident that this entire membership will not agree to place the blame only on Hamas, but not on Israel. That would be unjust, unfair, and inequitable. Mr. President, when you deny people freedom and dignity, when you humiliate and trap them in an open-air prison where you kill them as if they were beasts, they become very angry, and they do to others what was done to them. And therefore, for Austria and my friend from the United States to blame Hamas in their amendments is not equitable, is not just. The blame, if it's to be placed, has to be placed on both parties, and especially on Israel.
South Africa co-sponsored the draft and was among 153 countries to vote yes.
We cannot proclaim the importance of international law and the importance of the UN Charter in some situations and not in others, as if the rule of law only applies to a select few. For international law and our moral obligations to be credible, it should be uniformly applied and not be selective. We have all signed the Charter. Let us commit to and respect decisions taken in accordance with the Charter.
Unlike Security Council resolutions, General Assembly resolutions are not legally binding. But it does offer a global view on where countries stand in relation to this conflict, just as US President Joe Biden this week warned that Israel was losing support over its indiscriminate bombing of Gaza, a comment borne out in how the chips fell in the General Assembly. A similar resolution in late October calling for a humanitarian truce leading to a cessation of hostilities garnered 121 votes in favour. Tuesday's vote saw that number rise by 32 nations, further demonstrating the growing isolation of Israel and the United States. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.